What is going on, everyone? Griffin here, coming at you with some Switchblade gameplay, and today we're going to be talking about the SMG changes that was in the Mad Mercenaries mid-season update. So let's head over and check it out. So these are the SMG changes for the Mad Mercenaries mid-season update. So I'm going to run through these changes real quick, and then I'm going to give my official thoughts and opinions on this. So first up here, the D40C had a mag size increase from 40 to 50. The base body damage was increased from 14 to 15. The fire rate reduction from 13.33 to 14.29. Hip fire accuracy has been reduced from 0.915 to 0.85. Crouching accuracy modifier has been removed. In-air accuracy penalty has been reduced. ADS accuracy modifier has been reduced from 0.075 to 0.05. Base range reduced from 12 to 25 meters down to 8 to 17 meters, and the level 2 and level 3 upgrades have been swapped. For the LMPX, the hipfire accuracy has been reduced from 0.915 to 0.83. The crouching accuracy modifier has been completely removed. The in-air accuracy penalty has been reduced. The ADS accuracy modifier has been increased from 0.075 to 0.095. The base range has been reduced from 14 to 26 meters down to 9 to 19 meters. The base reload speed has been increased from 1.35 to 1.5. The base magazine size has been reduced from 30 down to 25. The level 1 upgrade increases the magazine size to 30 and increases the reload speed to 1.35. And the level 3 upgrade increases aim accuracy and reduces recoil. For the night, headshot damage has been increased from 30 to 32. The first fall off threshold damage has been increased from 0.75 to 0.9. Hipfire accuracy has been reduced from 0.94 to 0.85. Crouching accuracy modifier has been removed. The in-air accuracy penalty has been reduced. ADS accuracy modifier has been reduced from 0.075 to 0.05. The base reload speed has been increased from 1.6 to 1.8. The base range has been reduced from 11 to 22 meters down to 8 to 19 meters. The upgrade range reduced from 14 to 26 meters down to 11 to 22 meters. The increased base total ammo has gone from 80 to 100, and the increased rare upgrade total ammo has gone from 120 to 150. So, the SMGs have officially been changed. At least these 3 SMGs have been changed in Rogue Company. And this is something that has realistically needed to happen for a very long time, in my opinion. The SMGs was kind of a Swiss Army weapon. A lot of them are. And a lot of them still are currently. They could do anything. They could perform at range. They could perform up close. They had high rate of fire. They had minimal recoil that was very easy to control, very easy to counter. There was nothing that these weapons couldn't do, except for certain weapons like the IBEX or the ejection, things like that. But for the majority of the weapons, especially the LMPX, the D40C, and the 24S currently, there's no penalties to running these weapons. You could outgun assault rifles, you could outgun DMRs, you could outgun sniper rifles for the most part, and you could outgun, of course, other SMG users and shotgun users, unless those shotgun users actually played kind of smarter than the SMG players in a way. And that's a controversial take, but at the end of the day, it's kind of true, you know? So these are the SMG changes that we have now. And we do know that in the future, there will be plenty of changes that will be coming. You know, there was a tweet that was put out that the update cadence will be changing for the year of 2023, and there will be updates every 3 weeks that will be bringing changes into the game. So right now, these are the 3 SMG changes we have. In the next update, I imagine that we're going to have more SMG changes, which is fine. The idea behind the SMG changes is to make them more in line for the weapon class that they are trying to fill, right? They're SMGs, they're not assault rifles, so they need to have the range on them brought down a little bit. So you have 2 ways of doing this. The developers have 2 ways of making this happen. They can either A, reduce the fall off range to a point to where you're only doing 2 to 3 damage per shot at medium to long ranges. You increase the bloom of the weapons so that you still can get those shots at long ranges and still hit pretty hard with SMGs at longer ranges, but it's going to be a little bit harder to hit your shots. Now, there's been kind of a divide in the community right now. You have the loudest minority of people that are like, hey, we don't like the SMG changes because now the weapons don't take any skill. Now you've got no effective reason to run the SMGs, especially the ones that's been changed, because you have all the other SMGs that haven't been touched and the assault rifles that haven't been touched. And then you have people on the other side of the fence that are dropping consistent downs with these weapons, that are learning to adapt to these weapons now, learning how to play with these weapons and around these weapons, so that in the future, when more weapon changes get introduced, they are ahead of the curve. They understand the way that these weapons work. They understand the drawbacks. They understand the pros and cons of these weapons, and they can go into those updates feeling more comfortable and more confident because they do have experience with this. And I understand both sides of it. I really do. And at the end of the day, what do I honestly think about these changes? I like the changes, so inevitably that changes the TTK up just a little bit, which makes the rounds, which makes the games actually a little bit more fun, because you actually have to play smarter. You have a chance to escape from someone instead of just rounding a corner and you have someone with a D40C like in the past couple weeks or months, and you just get annihilated as soon as you walk around the corner. Now you can kind of like have a little bit of a reaction time. You can try to outgun that person. You can try to outmaneuver that person. You can try to outplay that person. So there are other options. There are things that are happening in the game that are helping the game in a big way, in my opinion. And a lot of the people that don't like the changes want to be able to drop into the game. They want to pick the be all end all most versatile thing in the game and run with it. I think that a lot of people are missing the bigger picture here. I think that a lot of people don't understand that they have something that is perfect for filling this void in your heart as your secondary weapon. If you're running SMGs and you have terrible range, then run the revolver, run the P12, run the warrant, run the executioner. You have a pistol in your pocket that you can use for those long range engagements. You also, vice versa on this situation, if you're running something that is going to be terrible at close quarters combat, but it's going to be really good at range combat, then you have something in your pocket that can offset that disturbance. You have the Spitfire, you have the warrant again because of the rate of fire on that thing. You have things in your pocket that can absolutely offset where these shortcomings are. That's why that's factored into a Rogue's kit. That's why pistols are supposed to be factored into a Rogue's kit in any game, so that it's supposed to be the thing that offsets the balance. When I run shotguns in Rogue Company, I know that the shotgun is not going to perform at long range. So therefore, I have to take a long range option into battle with me. Therefore, 9 times out of 10, I'll take the revolver, or I'll take the P12, or I'll take the executioner. That way I have a long range option. That way I can get pop shots as I'm trying to close that gap. And as soon as I get that gap closed, I pull the shotgun out and I do exactly what I need to do. I think people are misunderstanding the actual synergy that is being created within the weapon classes themselves, within the Rogue's kits themselves, and the ways to learn how to play and actually maximize your output potential in match and in game by adapting to this new playstyle. At the end of the day, that's how I feel. I feel that it's a really good change. I'm excited for the rest of the changes to come into the game. And of course, this isn't the be all end all. There will be tweaks, there will be changes, there will be little nuances that come up for each weapon as we get a little bit closer to making these weapons exactly where they need to be. If you want me to go into more explicit detail on my feelings of these individual SMGs one by one, let me know in the comments below, because this is something that I wanted to tackle as a bigger issue, the SMG changes, and then I thought about tackling them one at a time, but I'm not sure. So if you guys want to see what my individual thoughts on each weapon that was changed, let me know. I'll get a video made and I'll get it put up. But be sure to check that description for links to Facebook, Discord, and Twitter. Those are the places to contact me. If you haven't already, please be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. If you've already liked and subscribed to the channel, then consider hitting that join button to become one of the 256 crew members. Lastly, on Thursdays from 8 until 11 p.m. Central Time, Sundays from 10 a.m. until we get tired, I will be streaming here on YouTube. So if you're interested and available, please feel free to stop by and say hello there. Thanks for watching, guys. All because those 2 bomb plants. Whoop-de-freaking-do.
Those were crucial. Crucial.